Hey everyone, I'm back today with the Honda, the next tractor I'm going to be working on. You see the season's kind of turning, so kind of dressed up here a little bit. But yeah, we got a few weeks to work on this, and then this shop's going to have to be closed. But I think that's enough time to do something with this. You can see I just have this propped up on there, taking all the beauty stuff off.
So this Honda, I have a few things to say about this Honda. It is arguably one of the most interesting machines I received out of all 4 tractors, and I'll tell you why. This thing is pretty much made like a car, like one of their cars. We have a Honda van, the Odyssey van, and I mean, the parts, the sort of connectors they use, all the sort of mountings, and even the engine setup is, well, the same. I mean, we have a 6-cylinder V engine. This is only a twin inline, but like the way they engineered, you can tell it's the same sort of engineering. They put the same amount of energy into making these, it looks like, as a serious vehicle. So it's been super impressive. I mean, it's hard for me to pick out the exact things, but just if you look at this compared to like a Briggs & Stratton tractor engine, like they bear no resemblance. This thing is like serious. So I am super excited for running it. I already know everything on it works except, I believe, the carburetor, because it'll start up if I put a little bit of starting fluid in the carburetor, but it just doesn't run. It dies after a few seconds. So pretty sure we have a dirty carburetor. So that's what I'm going to be working on here. I already did this once, but apparently the main jet is still clogged. So I'm going to have to redo what I already did. But now I can bring you guys along. I didn't do an overview on this one. I've been super busy. So that's partly why I haven't been doing much coverage on my work. But I'm going to try to do better at that starting now. So this piece just comes out. Looks like there's another air hose, and I'm not sure where it comes from. I still haven't quite figured out how these Honda engines work. They're very different from all the other engines I have. Even like just the fact that it's an inline 2-cylinder is very unique. This is, hold on a minute. That one was fuel. This one I already took off. And this one here looks like it's some sort of venting hose. These things are pretty tricky to get off properly. So you don't want to take any of this off because this engine is liquid cooled. So that is actually a radiator hose, and you don't want to touch any of that or cut that because that'll just start leaking coolant everywhere. But yet another cool feature of these Honda engines. Get some magic potion. See if this is clear. Uh-oh. Not sure if there's a way to get this out without moving the coolant hose. I finally got it off. That was kind of difficult. For some reason, getting these, the control arms off from the brackets is a little difficult. I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to do that. Always remember which one goes where. Now to figure out how these carburetors work. Okay, so I finally got the carburetor apart, and yes, it was indeed full of junk. So I gave it a good clean out. Hopefully that'll make a difference. And for any of you who are interested, here's how I figured out how to get the float and bowl out. So you have the main carburetor and the jets inside. I didn't take it any more apart than that, but you first have to put in the float bowl. Whoops, it goes the other way. Make sure the pin's in properly, like that. Then you put the retainer pin in. Just have to do it like that, just like there. This plastic backing piece that goes between the engine and the carburetor goes on. It's easier to put it on the engine studs, so I'll leave that till later. It's a gasket that goes between the carburetor and the air intake. And then the float bowl goes on, see, like this. Before I do, I just want to show you, there is this fuel solenoid that I did take out too. I'm not sure. I'm thinking now it could also be the problem, so we'll see, because there honestly wasn't too much junk in the carburetor. So we're going to have to see about that. Anyway, the float bowl here goes on just like, let's see, I think it goes on like that. And there is this bolt, single bolt that goes in the bottom like that, but it has gaskets, and you'll see it actually has a, let's see if I can make it, there's actually a hole. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's actually a hole that goes through, so you have to, I believe, line it up inside there. So I'll just have to do that. I didn't really do it in front of the camera because it's kind of hard, so I'll see you once I get this back together. Okay, got the float bowl back together. It's time to put this carburetor back on the engine. Okay, let's give this a start and see if it'll run. Okay, we got fuel. Starting fluid.
Is there Civic with rice? Nope, just full rice. Butter? No.
Connector spark plug wires. That would be good.
Yeah, there's rice with rice.
Okay, let's give this a try. It is misfiring or something. That wasn't good. We're also leaking fuel all over our ground here. So, something's up. It seems to be misfiring, smoking a bit, and leaking fuel. So, yeah. What is leaking? It has been confirmed. I am officially the worst YouTuber in history. Not only did I make just a small mistake that gave me a world of trouble, but I failed to catch it on camera when I actually got the problem resolved. Let me show you what happened here. So all it was in the end was simply a problem of me hooking up the carburetor wrong. I got the control arms right, I got the float bowl installed correctly, I got everything lined up there, but these two hoses here, see if I can focus on them, you'll see the one with a bit of red on it going under, and then the smoother hose going up over top. Those two I had reversed, as you may have noticed. This one here looks like it's some sort of... So the bottom one is fuel in, and the top one leads to that little, the little metal piece at the bolted to the chassis there. That was like leaking fuel all over the place. So those two were just reversed, and that was all it was to make it run like garbage. It was just like spewing smoke and leaking fuel and like backfiring and doing all sorts of things. Let me just run it for you now so you can see just how well it runs. It's a Honda. Okay, I expect a perfect start on the first crank. Once I get it engaged here. And there you go. Can't run it too long because I don't have a lot of coolant in it. But, yeah, that's just about what you get with a Honda. The jewel of the workshop. Now, that is. Before, it was like my faith in these Honda engines was starting to fail. I was getting pretty upset. But, it was a me mistake. It was totally a me mistake. And now it just runs like a dream. Next thing here is I got to change out the fluids. I already changed out the oil, but I need new coolant. I think that'll be a next year thing because I don't really have time left this year to get it fully running. But I hope to get the transaxle bolted on to the rear so I can at least roll it. And otherwise, maybe give it a wash, put it into good storage, drain the fuel. There's not much in there anyway, but it's pretty good for a free find. Like, I was given this for free if I could fix it up, and yeah, so it's coming along quite nicely. And in the end, not a disappointment. Honda engines are recommended. Not super easy to work on, but once you get them running, they'll just keep on running forever if you take good care of them. And that's what I plan to do with this one. And now for the famous cleanup time.